Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to program the gyro in an RC drift car. Well guys, before we get too much further, I just wanted to say thank you for stopping in and taking a look at another one of my videos. Now this how-to is in direct response to a comment that I received on one of my previous videos. The question was, why is my gyro only working when the controller is off, and when I turn it on, it's not functioning? Well, I tried to give the most detailed instructions that I could, but I figured most of you guys are visual learners like I am, so let's just do a video on that process. So I also wanted to take the time to thank the viewer for that question and the inspiration for this video. Now with all of that out of the way, let's get to it. So what you see in front of you is the YD2 drift car, and we're going to be setting up that gyro as I mentioned. The tools that we'll need are pretty simple here. We're just going to need our car and a charged battery. We're going to need our controller, and that's really about it for this setup. As always, we start by powering on the controller first, and then power on the vehicle second. And you want to give that gyro time to set up and make sure that it's found its neutral steady position. Most gyros will have a solid light here when you power that on. Now this Eagle Racing gyro is a little different than some other models, but the process here is pretty similar as far as setting it up. Now with everything initialized, you'll notice that the gyro is not responding to the twist of the chassis, and that is because we have not properly set up our radio. Now in this car, I do have the gyro set up on auxiliary 3, so we're going to be working on auxiliary 3 in the controller. So let me see if I can position this where you can see it here. So we're going to push in the roller on the Spectrum DX5R. We're going to roll down to channel assign. Channel assign is where we set up the various switches on the model to do various things. So it's going to default to auxiliary 1, but if we push in the roller, we can adjust this over to auxiliary 3, where my gyro is plugged into the receiver. Now you'll notice the input is inhibited, so we're going to change that value. As we roll up, it rolls to the different switches in the model. Now I'm going to set this up on switch F. That does not mean that that's the only switch you can set it up on. That's just the switch that I'm going to use in my case. Then we're going to push in the roller to confirm that setting. We're going to roll down to mode, and we want to change this to linear. A linear setting will allow you so that when you push the F key, and if you'll pay attention to the monitor down here for auxiliary 3, if we push F3, you see that value is changing. So that's telling us that we have that input properly set up on the monitor. Now going back to the car, you'll notice that with the input at 0, the car is not responding to the gyro. As we run this value up, you'll notice that the gyro begins responding. So we're going to go to a value of somewhere here, 70, 72, and you'll see the gyro is now working. Now if you'll notice, if we go back down to 0, where the gyro is not functioning, so we're back down to 0, the gyro is not functioning. If we give this a negative number, the gyro will begin functioning again. So you see now we're moving. Now personally, I don't like this setup because I like to know that there's a bottom and there's a top. I don't like to know that there's a negative value. So fixing this is very, very simple. We're going to go to our servo setup in our radio. Let me get rid of that glare for you quickly. So we're going to make sure that that box is not flashing, because anytime it's flashing, we can change that setting. So make sure it's not flashing. Go up to your main menu, so we're going to go back. We're going to go to servo setup. And we're going to go down to auxiliary 3, because remember, that's the one that we're going to be programming. Push in the roller, and you'll notice that both of those values are blinking. So if we adjust these, we're adjusting them together. So what we'll do is since I want to adjust the gyro by pushing the button away from me, I'm going to pull the button back toward me, and you'll see auxiliary 3 is responding down here. And at some point, it just highlights the one box for auxiliary 3. So we'll push in the roller and we'll adjust this value to 0. By adjusting that value to 0, we have just disabled the other direction in the radio, And you'll notice as we push the F3, the F button rather, and I ran into this issue before where you have to push it numerous times, and now you see that it's starting to respond. So if we try to give this a negative value, we cannot. It's not going to go negative at all. So we have disabled that direction by just coming in the programming of the radio and changing that value to 0. So if we set this back down to 0, you'll notice that the gyro is not responding. We run this value up to some positive number, and you'll see that the gyro is starting to respond. Now, by taking the time to set this radio up properly, what we've done is we've created a setup where you can adjust the gyro without ever touching your model. So if you need more sensitivity or less sensitivity, this is a great way to set this up. And with that out of the way, we have now completed the setup of the gyro. Well guys, hopefully you can see how easy it is to program the gyro in an RC drift car. And if you benefited from this video in any way, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a subscription, and don't forget to hit that bell. I mention this in all of my videos. If you're not hitting that bell, you're not getting notified when the new content goes up. So go back and do that for all of your subscriptions. Well, that'll wrap it up for today, and I hope to see you in the next one.